Right, here's some notes on our Chapter 7, Section 1. Remember that we've already known that the sum of the interior angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. That's right here. And so then we're going to talk about some other shapes. So if we had we have a triangle, we know that totals 180 degrees. What about if we had a square or a rectangle? Think about how many triangles you could make in a square or a rectangle. You could make two. So with a triangle, you've got three sides and you've got one triangle. With a four-sided shape, you can make two triangles. With a five-sided shape, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you could make 1, 2, 3 triangles. So 5 sides, 3 triangles. So you see a pattern here. For every sides of your shape, you can make 2 less triangles. And for every triangle, we're going to know that we have 180 degrees. So if we're looking for the total number of degrees in a shape, we're going to use this formula. The number of sides, subtract 2, and multiply that by 180, because the number of sides minus 2 gives you how many triangles you could make in that shape, and then times 180 for every triangle. So if you're doing it says only for convex polygons. Convex just refers to that it does not cave in on itself, like that would be convex. So it's the shape never caves in on itself, and that's convex. This is concave. So it does not work for that. But if you've got a regular polygon, a regular means that all the sides and all the angles are the same. Let me draw that better. So all these angles are the same, all the sides are the same. So with that in mind, if everything's the same, if I figure out the total number of angles, then I can just divide that by how many sides I have, and I would get the degrees of that one particular angle. Okay? So here's an idea with when we're looking at exterior angles. If you take all the exterior angles and put them together, you would find out that you would come up with a complete circle. So that doesn't have a formula. We just always know they're going to equal 360. All the exterior angles together are going to equal 360. So then for a regular polygon, you're just going to take how many degrees, 360, and divide it by how many angles you have, or how many sides. So those are the basic formulas you need to be able to figure up stuff. And so let's take a look at this example. So find the sum of the measures of the interior angles of the figure. So the first thing we need to know is how many sides there are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 sides. Subtract 2, that gives you 6. Take that times 180, and that's going to give you how many degrees there are for that shape. So let's do 6 times 180, that would be 600. 6 times 8 is 48. 1080. Let me grab a calculator so I can double check my work and don't steer you in the wrong direction. So we've got 6 times 180. Yep, that's 1080. So that the total number of degrees in this shape would be 1080. But it's not a regular polygon, so we can't know anything about the individual angles, because these are going to all be different. Or at least they could be. It may not actually be. So then the opposite of that is if they give us the total number of degrees, I can figure out how many sides my shape has. So we're just kind of going to work this backwards and say, well, the number of sides minus 2 times 180 would be the total number of degrees. So then I'm going to take that and solve it for the number of sides. So the first step would be to divide it by 180. That's going to basically tell us how many triangles I could fit inside that shape. So 900 divided by 180 equals 5. And then 5, so then we would be saying that n minus 2 equals 5. So n, we got to add 2 to both sides, and n would be 7. So there would be 7 sides. If you had 7 sides, you would have 900 total degrees. All right, in a problem like this, we're going to take all of, it's just like the way we used to do triangle sum. You got a triangle, and you've got a missing angle. So say if that was 72, 38, whatever, we do 180 minus the total of these to get our missing part. Do the same thing here, but now if it's a 4-sided shape, 4 sides, we got to figure out what's the total degrees. So 4 sides minus 2 gives you 2 times 180 gives you 360. So we know this shape is going to total 360. So all I need to do is add up these and take one away from 360. So 360, we're going to take away everything we already know to find out what we need. So what's left over? Just like spending your cash. So we got 360 minus 108 minus 121 minus 59. And that's going to equal 72. So that would tell us this degree measure is 72 degrees. Okay, and then here we've got a shape that looks like we're asking, is it regular? So if it was regular, this would have to be 90 and this would have to be 90. Every side would have, every angle would have to be the same. We know those are 90 because they're marked with a right angle marker. So if all those were 90, it wouldn't add up to what we need for this shape. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-sided shape. So we're going to say 5 minus 2 times 180. The number of sides is 5. 5 minus 2 is 3 times 180. So 3 times 180 is 540, I believe. Let's go check it. 3 times 180. 540. So the total degrees here would be 540, but if it was 90, if they were all 90, 90 times 5 is 450. So that is not, couldn't be, they couldn't all be 90. So what do we have? Let's erase that real quick. We've got these two that are not 90. So we got to figure out what they could be. Well, we're going to take our 540. We're going to take away 90. All three 90s. And whatever's left. Let's see what's left. 540 minus 90. Minus 90. Minus 90. And that gives us 270. So 270 is what's left after we take away these 390 degrees. And so that's got to be shared between the two remaining. Wait, I don't think I. Let me double check that because I think I entered something wrong. 540 minus 90 minus 90 minus 90. That's 270. No, that's right. So then we got to share that between the two sides. 270 divided by 2 is 135. Oh, 135. So each of these angles would have to be 135. Okay. Next one. We know the exterior angles always equal 360, so there's nothing to calculate other than solving for x. So we've got 89 and 67 and x and 2x all need to equal 360. So I'm going to combine my like terms. 89 plus 67 equals 156. I'm going to combine these. 3x equals 360. Take away my 156. 360 minus 156. And I get 204. So 3x equals 204. Divide that by 3. And I get 68 for x. All right, so that's how you're going to work there. With exterior, it's kind of easier because you don't have to calculate what your total is. It's always 360. So here we've got a regular. Now we're using the word regular. That means that's telling you that all the angles are the same. Everything is the same. It's a dodecagon, so that tells us that is 12-sided. Find the measure of each interior and exterior angle. So there's a couple ways you can do this. If we go just straight interior, we're going to calculate 12 minus 2 times 180. 10 times 180 is going to give us 1800 total degrees. 1800 total degrees divided by 12 that's 150 degrees for each angle. Exterior, so that's how we did the interior. Exterior is all totals 360, so you're just going to divide that by 12. 360 divided by 12 would give you each interior angle. So again, here's this is an interior, is this angle is 150. Then the exterior angle is this one right here, and that's 30. So what you notice that it's an interior plus an exterior is going to always be a linear pair. So they are going to always equal 180. So 150 plus 30 equals 180. So there's lots of ways to work this problem. You could also just figure out all get the exterior angles first, and then the interior angle would be its complement, or their supplementary angles, I'm sorry. So 150 plus 30. So you really wouldn't have to calculate both. So I would probably, the easiest thing to do would calculate your exterior, and then your interior is needs to add up to 180. So that's probably the quickest way to do that problem. I just wanted to show you both. All right, so here we're looking to find x, and we're going to see how many sides we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So 6 minus 2 is 4 sides times 180. I mean, that's 4 times 180. It's not 4. 6 sides. 4 times 180 is 720. So these angles should total 720. So all I'm going to do is take away all the other degrees. Minus 102, minus 146, minus 120, minus 124, minus 158. And that gave us 70 degrees left over. I just subtracted all of these from 720 to get what's left over is 70. All right, that's how you do that. So this last one, we've got all exterior angles, so we know they should total 360. So I'm going to take away what I know. I know 71, 85, 44. I got 2x and 3x are my variables. So total is 360. Going to take away these 3, and that's what these 2 should equal. I'll write it out. Maybe write it out better. So 2x plus 3x plus 71 plus 85 plus 44 should equal 360. So that's the equation that we're working with. So we're going to combine these and subtract them. So we got 360 minus 71 minus 85 minus 44 equals 160. So 2x plus 3x should equal 160. 5x is going to equal 160. So we're going to divide that by 5, and x is going to equal 32. All right, and so here's a little chart of all of your names of number of sides versus the name of the polygon. Okay. All right, we'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.